3 days we get to build a $1 million+ room, or 174, or we're actually in 5 locations here. And so we're helping these partners build these experiences. And they're trying to impress people who are jaded and who've experienced everything. They're trying to show them something new and really impress them. And that we're actually able to do that is really good feedback for us and really keeps us going. So Sound Room 7, we started off saying, let's kind of have a simple room. And then that that turned into, well, what can we do? So each of the partners dug into what's the craziest, like their cutting edge technology that they're going to bring out, and new product and new capabilities. And so this what can we do turned into this bonkers. We extended the room. We're doing pressurizations in there that's never been done. We're hitting video benchmarks. I don't know if you want to start getting in the weeds with that, but it's an experience like even the most jaded installers, they've seen it all. We're showing them some new cool stuff.
We're all kind of on the I would rather not be in charge of this monstrosity mindset. So, it just puts us everybody in a position to collaborate nicely.
What we've learned in demonstrations at CEDIA is that the partners that you work with, because home theater, it's no one single product. It's a collection of everything, the experience, all the way to the seating. So as you mentioned, we went from folding chairs to now we've got Movia seating as a partner. But we're achieving this partner status through just this experiential level with the Sendo speakers and Storm Audio for electronics. We all want to be in this group together because we recognize that we're all hitting at Olympic levels that otherwise weren't really happening before. It's one thing for any of us to sit down and show either a little static or a little, silo type experience. But then once you get a few together, that gravity really pulls everybody together. And now we're showing like best in class experiences.
I think the biggest part of it is that everybody's willing to work. Nobody passes the buck on to, somebody else. Everybody's, here early, ready to do things, ready to help out. There is no I point and tell people what to do kind of thing. Everybody here is on an equal playing field as far as, how we see working together.
Yeah, we're the audio video nerds too. Like we speak nerd to each other, and so we're constantly egging each other to take it on a little bit more. And I think that's where, especially in this room this year, none of us took no for an answer when we kept being like, well, how about you bring 2 of the 64-inch subwoofers, for example? Why not? Because they can.
Well, it's sort of like sort of the mission of Eclipse was to make the best you could do, the what can be done. That room is the what can be done room. So with great partners, with great screens, great sound, great seats, everything about that space, the acoustics, everything about that is what can be done. It is not a typical booth in a trade show. That is throwing everything at it with some of the best partners.
And doing a retractable with an Eclipse seems like a crazy combination, but we've never shown our retractable with the fabric velvet pile borders. So you're not giving any performance up from a fixed frame. It doesn't have that hourglass shape because we hide the tap cables back behind that. We actually have a patent on that. So it's perfect geometry, but we're able to click it and get it out of the way and show off those Ascendo Halo speakers as well. So it's fun in a demo to be able to have this dynamic room and show off different features. And I think the first goal of home theaters is knowing where that goal post is and what direction you get there. So you can DIY stuff, you can go with less expensive lines, less expensive companies, you can make all the compromises you need. It's not an inexpensive hobby, but it doesn't have to be crazy. But until you really know what it can be done, and that was our motto, it turned out for this show, is what can be done. So in Sound Room 11, one of the fun things about this room is they decided, let's keep it simple, really, and this kind of what I like to call Midwest moderate, at least we Iowa folk do, and what can be done for reasonable prices. And we're not out there showing this crazy room like we're doing, but that's 10 times the cost as well. We're doing something to show that maybe on a more human scale or more normal scale. So we brought out our least expensive masking platform. This masking screen is half the price of really anything else out there. It's the least expensive masking screen on the market, but we still hand make it in Iowa. It's custom to, your application what you need to the 10th of the inch. So if you need to fit between a bookcase and a shelf or a credenza and a soffit, you get the screen perfect to the room. You're still getting the same benefits as you do in this room down there, costing 10 times as much.
It's been amazing working with Chris and Seymour Screens. First off, his screens are incredible. His acoustically transparent screens are top of the line. We're using a non-AT screen in here, and the image is incredible. Plus, he's been awesome to work with.
Because of our size, we can custom make this to that customer specification, that customer's room, because everybody's house is different, everybody's rooms are different, their needs are different, and so we're able to fit that perfectly. There's the old, it's kind of a worn adage, but they say, you know, date the projector, marry the screen. Well, as screen makers, we enjoy if we just get that perfect, exact size, exact for what your room. If it fits the room, you'll never have regrets with the screen. It lives the life of the room. To extend the analogy, yeah, you can always go in for a little nip and tuck later with our product. We do build some upgradability within it. You can upgrade the screen materials themselves. That's the easy part. If you want magnetic masking panels, depending on the screen frame that you got, we can add magnets to that, and then that's as simple as boom, you got masking now for a very affordable price. If you have a scope screen, we have deployable side motorized masking, so that's fun for the automated remote folks that just want it to go, maybe being controlled by a Lumagen processor, for example. But that's what's neat to show in this SR11 is we've even gotten rid of the automation, that middle part, because now Lumagen can directly control our screen, and this saves you even more money. So the performance that we're hitting at this room at the price point is really impressive. I really like how it punches above its weight class.
So the Seymour screen is a great screen. We partnered with them to be able to control it directly from the Lumagen. So you can have a masking screen without a control system, automatically controlled by the Lumagen. Great screen.
The takeaway from CEDIA that I would hope people take away is that experience. And we've had that all the way back to, is around 2015, I think we had a demonstration with Wisdom Audio and Runco, and people are still talking about that demo. I still hear. So you take that experience with you. Not only do we hope to entertain you, but we hope to show you ways in which you're entertained and give you purpose for that. And so, again, it's moving the goalposts forward and showing them directionally where things should go. And with the Seymour Screen Excellence, especially in our synergistic rooms with acoustic transparency, that get that image co-location, the acoustics are right where they're supposed to be, everything's on axis, scale as big as you want acoustically behind the screen. Screen and speakers no longer care about each other. They're complementing, and then that's where you get this next experiential level.